What's up, guys? It's ThatChildGamer. Welcome back to what is most likely going to be the final episode of Doki Doki Outcast. So it's been a long time, obviously. As I speak, I skipped Friday's upload. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because obviously I want to finish the mod, and also I kind of thought about it and I'm like, hey, if things are going to take a downhill for the last two endings, then it's most certainly not going to be kid-friendly, because yes, I'm very well aware of what FTC and Kappa is trying to do right now, and that's sort of why I skipped Friday, and I didn't stream Saturday, so here I am for Doki Doki Outcast, and I didn't want to let Matt down with, like, quitting YouTube before this came out, and I'm, like, half and half right now. Like, the thing is I'm not... After hearing all the new information about Kappa and stuff, things started to die down for me a bit, because I'm like, you know what, I don't monetize my videos, so I feel like, and Ryan explained this to me, and he's saying that, like, as long as I don't, like, monetize my videos, they shouldn't come after me, because, like, I'm not one of those who are collecting data from children and stuff, because personalized ads and stuff like that. I have no ads at all, so I don't think that they're actually gonna, like, they're not gonna target me at all, I don't think. I think they're gonna target more bigger YouTubers and stuff, and I agree with Ryan for saying that. And on top of this, I set my channel to kids friendly anyway, just so that I can avoid anything if possible. And we'll see what comes around towards January. I don't know what the deal is right now, so I've been kind of laying low a bit. I don't want to say that I'm quitting YouTube yet, but I don't know what's gonna happen. But for right now, we're playing Outcast. And I know damn well I'm not going to be freaking, I am certainly not going to be happy or laughy for long, because the last two endings that Matt has told me about are not very good endings. We have the bad ending, and then we have the last ending, which isn't really, I don't know what you would call that, but basically what we have to do is, for the bad ending, we have to do this. We have to go load this save file where we have to choose to check on Yuri or Yuri's fine. Matt said to click Yuri's fine for the bad ending. And I'm honestly kind of scared to find out, because I know damn well that Yuri, when we checked on her, she was about to kill herself. If we click Yuri's fine, she's going to, because we're not going to be there to save her. I can already predict that, and I'm scared to see that actually happen. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just being paranoid. It was just a dream after all. Yuri's fine, I'm sure. I'm sorry for making it a big deal. It's okay, Devin. We understand that you're worried about Yuri. She'll get back to you, I'm sure of it. I think she's just taking some time for herself. Yeah, you're right, Monica. So is there anything else planned for today? Nope, I think we're good. You guys are free to go if you want. Are you ready to go, Sayori? Yep, let's go. Sayori and I pack up our things and leave the club room together. The walk is quiet for the most part. Sayori and I lightly discuss how the poem preparations have been going. Sayori couldn't be more enthusiastic if she tried. It's going well, actually. I think I'll do even better than last time. That's good to hear. I'm happy for you, Sayori. Thanks. I guess I'll see you tomorrow, Devin. Yep, have a good night, Sayori. Sayori walks home. I enter my house shortly after. I go upstairs to my bedroom and change my clothes. Feeling tired, I lay down on my bed. What a day. Maybe I should just get some rest. Thankfully, it doesn't take that much time for me to fall asleep. Today's been a very stressful day, so I'm glad I'm able to fall asleep as quickly as I did. I wake up. The time reads 10:37 p.m. I check my phone. Still nothing. Why hasn't Yuri responded yet? It's pretty late, so maybe she's asleep. Then again, she hasn't said anything back to me all day today. You know what? I can't take this anymore. I can't stop thinking about it until I know for certain that Yuri's okay. Even if that was a dream I had in the club, I need to find out why Yuri isn't responding. I'm honestly scared at this point. Quickly grabbing a jacket, I head out the front door. And this is where things take a very horrible turn. I start running at top speed to get to Yuri's house. I haven't ran like this in a while. It makes me realize how out of shape I am. I finally make it. I knock on the door and patiently wait for an answer. Nothing. I try opening the door. To my surprise, the door is unlocked. Of course. Is there any reason Yuri would have left it unlocked? No time to question it. I enter Yuri's house. It's pitch black. I find the light switch next to the door on the wall. I start walking through the house. It's quiet. Yuri! Yuri, it's Devin. Are you here? There's nothing to be heard except the sound of my own breathing. I decide to check the living room. Yuri? She's not here either. Well, it's late in the evening. Yuri's probably sleeping. I make my way to her bedroom instead. Oh, jeez. Here it is. The door is closed. I knock on the door. Yuri? Yuri, I'm here. Nothing. Even if it's an invasion of privacy, I do so anyway. I open the door. It's completely dark. I try to find the light switch. I found it. I flip it on. Yuri, I wanted to see... And she's dead. No. No! My legs feel weak. I can't believe it. Yuri, I'm in complete shock. Yuri's lifeless body lies up against her bed, a blood-stained knife at her side. Her wrists have been deeply cut into. She's covered in blood. Her face is pale from the amount of blood loss. There's nothing I can do but stare. I burst into tears as I fall to my knees. I can't click. I literally can't click. I think that's the point, though. I think I'm just supposed to sit here and stare. Right? Yeah, it's not letting me continue at all. Yuri. I pound the ground angrily with my fist. It's my fault. It's all my fault. This could have been prevented if I came sooner. Yuri would still be alive. I let this happen. I look up. There's something on Yuri's bed. It looks like a note. Pulling myself together, I stand up and walk over to Yuri's bed. I open the note.
My dearest love, I'm sorry. I failed you. I didn't want it to come to this, but I felt like this was the only way. For what it's worth, I loved you so much. You were an amazing boyfriend, the best I could have ever hoped for. I'm writing to you because I want to tell you that I'm sorry. You meant the world to me, but that's also what hurts the most. You're too good for me. I felt like such a burden. I didn't want you to be stuck with a nobody, such as myself. You deserve much better. Goodbye forever, my love. I'll miss you greatly. Yuri.
That's sad. As I read the note, I continue to cry. My tears begin to drip from my face and onto the note. It feels as if I'm being stabbed myself. Yuri, the only girl I ever loved, is gone. I drop the note and fall to my knees once again. I then slowly lie on the ground in despair. As I sit there completely helpless, I begin reminiscing about Yuri, all the time we spent together in the club. Are you a fan of oolong tea, Devin? I've actually never had it before, but I do enjoy tea. I'm sure I'll like it, though. Yuri smiles as she pours tea into my cup. The good times we've shared. I was just thinking, I see a lot of couples interact in certain ways. Some hug, some kiss. Right. I was kind of hoping that we could, maybe hold hands? Sure, I'd love to. Yay! The bad times that we managed to struggle through. Would it help if I came with you? We both release each other. Yuri wipes away her tears. You would do that for me? Without a doubt, Yuri. I'm here for you. I don't care how long it takes. I wanted to see you get better. And it all led to this. I failed you, Yuri. I can never take it back. I look over at Yuri again. My eyes then land on the knife. I can't. I can't live without her. Breathing heavily through my sobbing, I get up and walk over to Yuri. Kneeling down, I slowly pick up the knife. I slowly raise it to my chest. Oh no. Don't do it. We will be together again, Yuri. I promise. I close my eyes. Goodbye, everyone. Sayori Monica, Natsuki. I drop the knife and the metal blade hits the floor with a loud clang. The life slowly drains from my body as I fall over onto the bed. I then sit up against the bed, right next to Yuri. My vision begins to fade as I take one final look at her. I'm sorry, Yuri. I know I saw this coming too. I don't know why it hit me so hard. I really honestly have nothing to say. I guess the truth is that, you know, I've got friends who struggle with depression and stuff, and I've been told before that I'm the person that kind of keeps them going. So when I had to make that choice to get that ending to say that they're fine and they don't need me, it sort of just hit close to home, if that makes sense. And it sort of makes me think that, you know, if this is what I chose, if this is what I would choose, you know, in real, I'm not saying that love and stuff should be I've never believed that, like, romance and stuff is the option to solve depression issues and stuff, but it's never, it's not the answer at all to be in love with somebody who's depressed and make that be the reason that their depression goes away, because that's not what happens in life at all. But, you know, after seeing this ending and stuff, I sort of wonder if I chose to do something like that would be the outcome. But we still have one ending left. I honestly probably should have saved that one for last, because I'm just drained after what I saw. So, what Matt's saying is that to get the last ending, we have to check on Yuri and then tell her that we're sorry. And I know what that means, because when we say that I'm sorry, that means the breakup. And that might honestly kill her as well. I have no idea at this point. It was kind of obvious when we said Yuri's was fine, but it's not so obvious what's going to happen if we break up with her, because we don't know what her choice is going to be next. We're going to check on Yuri. I think we've already read all this stuff, so I'm not too worried about this part. So we're going to do that. If you guys haven't seen this part already, I'd recommend you watch the actual video where we tell her that we're here for her. But we have to choose for the last ending. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Yuri. I can't do this anymore. Devin? Yuri and I slowly release each other. She looks in my direction, waiting for me to continue. I swallow deeply. I'm sorry, Yuri, but I don't think this is gonna work out. What do you mean? I'm talking about us. I don't think we should be together anymore. But I know it's hard, Yuri, but I don't know how to help you. I love you, but I can't help you. I hope you understand. Yuri looks at me once again. I feel as if I just driven a knife into her heart. I understand, Devin. I can barely even help myself. It makes perfect sense that you wouldn't want to be together anymore. It was foolish of me to think that this would last. You're strong, Yuri. I know you'll be fine. You just need to be confident in yourself. I know. I think I need to be alone for a while. Hearing this made me feel nervous. Yuri? Don't worry, Devin. I'm not gonna harm myself. I just want to be alone right now. Please, just leave. But Yuri, no, just leave me be. You don't have to worry about me. Yuri was starting to sob again. She was already feeling terrible, so I didn't object. Knowing my next move, I slowly rise from the bed. Yuri remained seated, her face buried in her hands. She was still sobbing from the whole situation. I opened Yuri's bedroom door and I was about to leave. I turned around and took one final look at Yuri. What's done is done. With Yuri still sobbing, I quietly leave her house. I'm not even sure if she looked at me as I left. That doesn't matter now. I betrayed Yuri and her trust. I can't take it back. 1 week later. Time has been dragging by the minute. It's been a painfully slow day, and all I can think of is just getting out of class. My mind has been wandering more and more recently. It's as if my ability to concentrate has left me completely. I look over the clock. Class is almost over. There's a meeting for the club afterwards. Not that I'm looking forward to it. Even there, my mind has wandered. I haven't managed to start a new book. Not only that, but as a club, we decided to drop the talent show. Yuri told Monica that she didn't want to partake in it, and therefore we canceled her performance. Everything had started to fall apart. I feel it won't get any better from here on out. I'm just ready for this day to be over. The bell finally rings. I gather my things and make my way out of the classroom. I'm not even sure why I'm bothering with the club anymore. It doesn't have the same environment that it used to. Ever since Yuri and I separated, it's as if the whole club has as well. We don't get into arguments or anything like that, but none of us can really hold a conversation anymore. It's like we're not even friends anymore. The club is now just a place to kill time. At least, that's how it feels to me. It's almost depressing in a way. Whatever, let's just get this over with. As I enter, I don't find Yuri sitting on her normal spot. She's been here just about every day this week. Maybe the club's environment was too much for her as well. Not just that, but Yuri and I haven't spoken to each other ever since we separated. At least the rest of the girls are here. Monica and Sayori greet me like usual when Natsuki reads her manga. I plop down into my seat without a care. I brought a book to read, but I just can't be bothered to read it. Reading hasn't been the same without Yuri. Nothing has, really. I lay my head down on the desk. I suppose I'll just rest until the club ends. As I wake up from my nap, I feel a light tap on my shoulder. Looking behind me, I find Sayori standing there. Hi, Devin. Hey, Sayori. I know I should ask her how she's feeling, but her expression says it all. Devin, I know this sounds silly to say, but thank you. For what? Just for everything. For being my friend, for giving this club a chance, everything. I know things haven't been the same since your separation with Yuri, but it'll get better over time. Even if the club's spirit has gone downhill, just know that I'm happy you gave it a chance. All of a sudden, Sayori hugs me. I'm sorry, I got Yuri on the brain right now. You're a great friend, Devin. I can't do anything but hug her in return. After a while, Sayori and I release each other. I can't build the courage to say thank you to Sayori, but judging by my smile, she understood me. Sayori goes back to her seat. I sit there in silence. Even though I don't know how much more time I'll dedicate to the club before I decide to drop it, I have to admit that it wasn't a mistake coming here. I'll always remember the good times we shared as a group. Checking my phone, I realize what time it is. The club's now over for the day. I pack up my things and say goodbye to the girls. I make my way out into the corridor. As I'm walking in the hallway, I notice that my throat feels a little dry. I should get something to drink. I head to the nearest water fountain. Leave me alone. I haven't done anything. As I'm about to turn the corner, I hear some commotion in the distance. I stand near the end of the hall listening in. That voice. Is that... You don't have to do this. It's Yuri. I turn into the hallway and find Yuri with her sleeves down. Clyde is standing in front of her. Her arms are bloody and her cuts appear to be fresh. Did Yuri skip the club so she could do this? I had a feeling all this time you did harm yourself. You really are a freak, aren't you? Clyde and his group began laughing. Yuri runs away from the group, crying into her hands. She runs past me. I chase after her. I eventually catch up to Yuri. I find her hunched over at a bench. She notices me and looks up. Hi, Devin. You saw that? I nod. I think it's time for me to leave. Do you want to go home? I can walk with you. No, it's okay, Devin. I'll be moving on. What do you mean? After giving it some thought with my father, we decided that it's best to leave. For good. After this semester's over, my father and I are moving. What? When was this decided? Was Yuri planning to tell us this at some point? I can't take it anymore. I need to move on. It's so painful to be here. I want to start a new life. Wait, you can't, Yuri. I'm sorry, Devin. This is the only solution I can think of. Moving won't solve anything, Yuri. We can help you. We'll be there for you. Please, don't leave us. My pleading doesn't seem to be effective. Yuri starts sobbing again. Goodbye, Devin. Thanks for everything. She gets up from her seat and starts walking away, not even looking at me. I chase after her. Yuri, wait! She doesn't stop. Yuri continues to walk, pretending that I'm not there. I eventually catch up to her and turn her around. I hug Yuri tightly. Yuri, please don't leave. I messed up. I betrayed your trust and I know why you feel this way. I know that we've separated, but the truth is, I love you. I don't know what I was thinking back then. Please stay, Yuri. I can't lose you again. I'll be right by your side to help you face your problems. We can work this out. Together. All of a sudden, Yuri lightly pushes me back. She then gently grabs my face. I can feel the warmth in her hands. Tears continue to form in her eyes. Her sleeves have fallen down, revealing her cuts and scars. Yuri stares deeply into my eyes before she speaks again. I'm sorry, Devin. I have to do this. This is the best thing I can do for myself. I start to tear up myself. It's painful knowing that this is all my fault. I could have easily fixed all of this if I hadn't let go of Yuri. It's all my fault, Yuri. No, Devin, it's not your fault. Believe me, I would like to stay here with you in the club. As of right now, it's just not an option. I love you, Devin. That's why I'm doing this. Will I ever see you again, Yuri? Without saying another word, Yuri lets go of me. She turns around and starts walking towards the exit. I stand there until she's no longer visible. There's nothing I can do but cry. I eventually take a seat at the bench. So, this is how it all ends. Yuri's gone. Forever. Even though she insisted it wasn't my fault, I know it is. I blame myself. I told Yuri time and time again that I'd be here for her, and I failed her. I let her go, and I'll probably never see her again. That's how it has to be. Every choice has a consequence, and I missed my chance to make the right one. This is what I'll live with from now on. I'll never forget you. There's no way I could. I'll miss you, Yuri. And that's the mod. Sort of a sad ending. Endings. Very sad endings. And again, I have nothing to say for this ending either. I mean, to be completely honest, it was, in my opinion, still the right choice, because even a boyfriend to a girl with depression, or anybody with depression, significant other, is not the solution. Maybe they can, sort of, like, kind of encourage them and, tell them everything's alright, and that's all fine and stuff, but making out, or like even just like being their girlfriend or boyfriend, is sort of emotionally compromising them, if that makes sense. So to sort of have that in a lot of mods, romance seems to be the option to solve everything. It's not the case at all in real life. If you are suffering depression to the point where you're self-harming, or even having suicidal thoughts and stuff, don't look to somebody for love and romance. You need to find some professional help, because there are people out there who are professionally trained to be able to help you and solve your issues. Now, for most cases, your issues will never fully disappear, but there's always ways of sort of silencing them for the time being until you don't feel those thoughts anymore. You can certainly help it die down, but you certainly can't have it fully ever go away. I don't think I've ever found a scenario where somebody's fully cured of depression or anything like that. I personally just don't think it's possible. And we've already read this letter. This letter has appeared for every ending. But that was, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the best mod I've played. I've never played a mod that touches, like, that kind of digs deep into emotions that hard. Especially when, like, one of the endings certainly hits home. And I think, honestly, both those last, like, bad endings, quote unquote, those definitely hit home a lot more. I've dealt with similar scenarios, not exactly the same, but definitely similar scenarios, and I was ready just to quit right there. I didn't want to, like, I wasn't gonna like show anything. Like this video wasn't supposed to be like of just a straight video of me a sob story or anything like that. Like that's not what the purpose of this video is. It's a let's play. It's there for content and I wouldn't say enjoyment, because this video is very deep and it talks about serious issues, but for the most part, this video isn't me sitting in front of a camera having a sob story. That's not what this video is. So I was trying to contain myself, and you made it very hard to do so, Matt. I'm gonna give you that one. But that is gonna end up being the last of this series. I've enjoyed this mod for all that it's shown me, for all that it's kind of given me, and I mean, through this mod, I've met Matt, which is amazing, because he's such a good person. And I've met so many other people. I've met, like, Ryan. I've met his buddy Benji through YouTube streams and stuff. And this has been a journey. It's definitely been something that's enlightened me. And Matt said he's making another visual novel. You know, as long as FTC doesn't consider it for kids, I won't be so scared to play it. But I really, even if I don't record Matt's new visual novel, I certainly will play it, because I want to see, like, what he can do with his more of his own ideas and stuff, rather than just, you know, working upon a story that already happens. With Doki Doki Literature Club, I want to see what he can put to the test with setting a whole setting, new characters and stuff like that. I want to see what he can do with that, and for that reason, I cannot wait for the visual novel that he's making. I don't know when he's going to release it. I don't think he even knows when he's going to release it, because he's got college and stuff like that, just like I do. So that's why even my mod's been pretty slow lately, but it's being worked on. So, but for the most part, I think I'm going to leave this video here. I've rambled on a little bit too long for my liking. But I think that's all we can really do for right now. So guys, thank you so much for watching this series. If you liked it, slap that like button, subscribe if you're new. I'd love an addition to the channel. Guys, go to Discord, come check me out at Side2. A fun time for all. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did making of guys in my next one. Goodbye.